guys, this is Vera from Up and Away, and I am glad that you came camping with me today. So here we are in a really nice spot, and this is Zia. She's camping with me. Hey babe. She loves to lie in the sun. So yeah, I've got this really nice camp spot here that is kind of standalone, and my car, which is a small VW Up, as I said. As you can see, it's not so spacious and it's full because it can either be my bed or my storage space. Yeah, so I'm gonna set up in a minute, but first, coffee. So in a minute I'm gonna set up the rest of my setup to sleep in my VW Up tonight, and so that the little one can sleep there as well. But before that, my lovely host here offered me to take a dip in her pool over there while she's not at home yet. So I'm going to do that. Let's get changed, and then afterwards, when I'm all refreshed, wind noise, we're going to keep on setting up. So how does that work on YouTube? Let's go. Okay, now that I'm all refreshed and a little bit cooler again, let's get started with the setup. So I'm gonna show you the things that I have with me. A lot fits into this car. And then just the simple setup that I'm going to do today, and also one hack that I find vital for sleeping in the VW Up. So let's take a look at what I have. Doggo and her mat. Water, important, but that's not the point. So here we have. This is actually one of the most important tools that I have with me. I'm going to show you in a minute. These are mosquito nets for the windows. Sheet for what I will later sleep on. This is a foldable table that has a dual function, as I will show you as well later. 4 of these will be the basis of my bed. This is a IKEA mat for kids to sleep on that you can fold together into like a square, but I cut the 4 pieces apart. Boho blankie, because I love it. A pillow, and then a small pillow because secret, I can't sleep if I don't cuddle with a pillow. Sleeping bag, which I might not need tonight because it's really warm. Gas stove, and then tent poles. But I forgot the herrings actually, so I might not be able to use those. This is a trunk tent, and also that I will show you. So yeah, let me walk you through the setup step by step. And we will actually start with what this tool is for. Right, babe? Yeah, she doesn't care. Okay. So the thing is, a VW Up is really small. You might know that. Now I'm 172 centimeters. And if I push the seats, the front seats, all the way to the front, I cannot fully lie down. It's really annoying because there is this gap here that you won't be able to bridge, and you can't push the seat as far to the front as it would space-wise be possible because the rail on which it sits ends too soon. Also, you can't take the headrest off because, you know, we've got these super sporty sport seats, which is great, but not for sleeping in your car. So I have tried everything. I've tried sleeping diagonally, I've tried sleeping, upside down, around the corner, everything. It just doesn't work. I could sleep with my feet sticking out of the trunk, leaving the trunk open, which is fine today on a day like 35 degrees Celsius, and the night not gonna be below 20, which I hate. But if the night is cooler, it's not so fun anymore to sleep with your entire trunk open or even partly open. Plus, I have a dog with me who is part hunting dog, so I do not want to leave big gaps of my car open, because we all know that the fun huntable creatures come out at night. So not really ideal. I did find an amazing hack though, that comes with a security warning, but it is legal. So I saw a video of someone who is taking the entirety of seats, except for the driver's seat, out of their VW up to camp in it. So obviously if the passenger seat in the front is removed, you can sleep in it. But I don't want to do it because I have, friends, parents that sometimes want to travel with me, so I don't want a seatless car. However, he showed me in the video that you just need to unscrew, hence the fancy tool, 4 screws from the rails of the front passenger seat, and you can take the seat and move it forward carefully because the electronic cables are still attached. This means your car essentially doesn't notice that you're moving your seat. It's a 5-minute job, but it gives you another like 40 centimeters of room, which then means I can comfortably lay down and close the trunk. Ha! Amazing. So this is what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. It's really easy, except that you need a specific tool to do it. Yeah! And then let's go from there and look at the rest of my setup. One more quick word on this, because I said there would be a security warning. If you remove the passenger seat in the front, you are not allowed to drive like that. If you want to drive like that, at least in Germany, I don't know about elsewhere, but if you want to drive with fewer seats than usual in Germany, this needs to be written down in your papers. So you would need to go to the registration office and have your car papers changed if you want to leave the seat out, which is why I don't. And as I said before, I want a car with seats anyway. But as long as you're standing still with the car, you can remove the seat. But if you start driving again, you need to put it back in. This is the disclaimer. I said it. You need to do it like that to be legal if you want to do that. Okay, let's do this. So the first thing I did was clear the space behind the seat so that I can push it back all the way. And I said you need a special tool. So the tool that you need, in German it's called Vielzahn, I think. And this is the size 10 for the screws in the VW up. So these here are the ones that we need to remove. Let's start here because it's the most visible. So, this is still still the wrong way around. There we go. Oops, and you just unscrew it. Just, like you unscrew a screw. I'm gonna fast forward through this because it's not very spectacular. Obviously make sure to really keep them safe. So I put them here where they can't escape. Then the next one. You're done with the 2 screws in front. You push the seat all the way to the front. Wait, I need 2 hands for this. And then you also obviously tilt the backrest all the way to the front. All right. And we do the same dang thing in the back. It could be that you can't reach here if your backrest or if your whole seat is in a very low position. So the first time I did this, I had to push up the seat, to the highest position, because when you do that, it also tilts forward, and then you have more room for removing the screws. Okay, I'm going to do this on both sides here, and then see you in a second once I have them all loose. Okay, so once you have loosened all the screws, you take the seat carefully, lift it, and move it to the front. Let me show you underneath what you need to be careful about. But you saw already, you know, now I have so much more space here. So here you can see the cables underneath the seat. This is the seat. And they are still attached, but they have a certain length that enables you to, without removing anything electronic, to push the seat forward. Just so much so that, you know, it lies on the dashboard, which is what we wanted. So now that the seat is moved forward, the next thing I do is I place these boxes that have been behind that seat previously. I place these boxes here. So I put the backrest of the back seat also forward now, so that we've got this area here. Here you see the rest of my bed. I got two boxes. The lower one holds an inflatable mattress and all this stuff, which is all the lights that I have, most of them LED, some of them solar, fairy lights that I use in the car, all my window covers, and then my mosquito nets for the windows as well. So this usually lives in these boxes behind the driver's seat. Now they go here. And then, as I said earlier, I will use the foldable table to bridge this gap here. So after bridging the gap and putting all my cushions, so there are 2 there and then 3, 4, the boho blanket, and this is where Zia sleeps. This is actually the sleep setup, and me being 172, I can just perfectly lay down there, which I'll show you later on. Next thing I'll do is I'll cover this with a sheet, put on my pillows, fairy lights, yeah, and we get closer and closer to the setup being done. Hey guys, here we are now. It's the night time of the day, and we had a really nice forest walk, 2 of them actually. I did some work. And we just hung out in the garden here in the campsite, and it was just so nice. I had some really nice food, bread with fried eggs and some salad. And the lady renting out the campsite here, she has 2 greenhouses, so every time she tells me to please pick tomatoes and peppers, which I did for dinner and also for tomorrow. So yeah, this is the setup at night. I find it super cozy. I think it's really lovely with the fairy lights. They are solar powered, so that's an extra plus. And I'm not the only one who loves it here. But it's not bright enough to show you the doggo. I'll show you tomorrow when we wake up. She's fast asleep now. She loves to lie on the grass outside, but today she actually asked to hop into the car a little bit earlier than usual, which I love because I like it when she likes it in the car. Yeah, so that's it for now, and tomorrow I'm going to show you a little bit more about my setup, but for now, have a good night. Good morning. So as promised, I will show you my night setup now when it's not night anymore, so you can see it. So this is where I sleep. This is where the air sleeps. This I close at night, obviously, but then it's really nice to pop it open in the morning and look outside. I'm going to show you in a second from the outside, because it's a pretty cool thing for a small car. So yeah, that's the setup. Mosquito nets. Here's the front door. I just got Zia's dog food out. And this is the little corner that I built myself. So this part of a fire truck just sits here in the yard. Right, so I just used it to put up a little tarp. And this is the little corner that I made for myself. And the dog, of course. Mornings! Baby? No. Oh. Right, so this is what it looks like from the outside. This is a little tent for the trunk with a mosquito net layer and then there's another layer to close it fully. And if I hadn't forgotten my herrings, I could actually put this up as a shade, an awning as well, which I'll do next time. So this is the setup for the night. And now let's crawl into my breakfast. And yes, we share cookies. Gluten-free.